Hi, welcome back to Real Talk. I'm Roger Pettingell, Sarasota's luxury waterfront property specialist, and I'm here with rockstar insurance guy Mike Malliard with MIC Insurance. Hey Mike, how's it going?
Very well, Roger.
So we talked last week about insurance, and we got into kind of the reinsurance and talked about some of the, I'll say, more esoteric part, but important part.
Yes.
So honestly, I do think about this a lot. So a couple of weeks ago, we had this storm Colin come through, tropical storm. We haven't seen a named hurricane hit Florida in 11 years.
Correct.
So we're a little bit complacent, probably. Honestly, I felt like there was a little panic around this tropical storm that was not even hitting Sarasota. We got kind of the tail end. It was rainy and windy, and people were a little panicked. So what I think about is, okay, the big one's coming, right? It's really going to hit us. And I've sent a lot of customers your way because you do a great job and you have my house insured. Like, am I going to be the only one calling your cell phone? Like, what are we going to do?
Okay. In a realistic sense, we have a variety of carriers and a variety of responses. Some of my companies specifically have contractors that are tied to the company. So they have a guaranteed contractor program.
Okay.
Where in a time of duress, high demand, low availability, they will bring in contractors from around the country to complete or rebuild homes that are damaged after this loss.
Okay, let's start. There's, CNN is showing the map. It's coming straight towards Sarasota. What are the first things that we should be doing?
What I would do are a couple of things. First of all, my card. I do not want my clients to be packing all of their insurance data as it applies to what I cover, because I can access all of that information.
Okay.
What the first thing clients should do is have a list of 20 important items in their home that are emotional in sense, because I will pay for all of the damaged items after the loss, and my coverage is replacement cost, so I'll buy everything new again. But I cannot replace the emotions tied to certain items that people own. So having a 20 or 30 checklist.
Stuff you're ready to go, grab on the way out.
Exactly, so that I'm not 75 miles down the road wondering, oh my gosh, I forgot my child's photo book. These are things that need to be contemplated. And
those are all online.
Well, these are things that, and I'm of the older generation, where that is not necessarily true. But these are things that need to be done in a moment of calm, where people can have a realistic plan as to what they can realistically take with them, what should they be taking with them.
Okay, so we'll think about that now.
Well, you make the point,
panic.
but you also make the point about documents, and it's online. So important documents perhaps should be scanned and emailed to themselves.
Yeah.
Then I have a permanent, in theory, copy of that document without hauling it along. Protection in terms of the structure, there's not a lot clients can do other than put up the shutters or put them down if they have them. This is what you're really insuring for in a coastal setting. We cannot stay and protect, so we have to have the adequate coverage in place so that it's going to be rebuilt after.
So if I don't have shutters, is the insurance company going to be unhappy I didn't put up wood boards and stuff?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We understand, people think, yes, we have a lot of time. We have a lot of time as individuals. But if I'm paying somebody to come and put my shutters up, he better not have more than 4 clients, or he's never going to put the shutters up. Right. So we understand that. Really, there is only one carrier in the market that if you are getting a shutter credit, they will penalize you if you do not put them up, and that is Citizens.
Okay. Well, we don't try to sell it to any Citizens anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, so you live out here on the Key. How am I going to, you're going to be underwater. What am I going to do? How am I going to find you?
Well, the beauty of technology today is that I have an inland location already established, which is a hurricane-proof structure where I will both move personally in a short-term sense and my business will operate from. Okay. So knowing the evacuation setting of Longboat Key, Roger and I, our offices really will be kicked off the island much before the storm hits. So my computers, my monitors, etc., will evacuate the office to my inland location. All my phones will be forwarded. In Iowa, I have had tornadoes where I had 3,000 phone calls in a day from a monster storm. So we are prepared. The companies will be sending CAT teams to our location to aid in adjusting. So my carriers will respond in a very large way. Now, in terms of availability of materials, there's a number of things that we will not have control over.
Like what?
Plywood, screening material for hurricane pool enclosures. These are items that after a storm go very quickly. And how the market can adapt to that need. As an example, after Andrew, the market adapted very poorly. And the price of plywood doubled and tripled.
But hopefully we've learned from that, right?
I think the building construction industry has in terms of making homes hardened against storm. In terms of having a backlog of inventory materials, no way. No, the demand for building right now is so high. There's not a big backlog stuck some way, away somewhere for us to use at time of storm.
Okay. So you need to have your hurricane preparedness kits. I mean, you can see those online. You can look at our website, longboatrealestate.com, to get what you should have. One of my biggest takeaways from today is what Mike said about, pull out the top 20s, like make that list and think of what those are. Because at the end of the day, first of all, we've been very lucky in our area. It really is an anomaly for a storm to even come our way. So all this is just preparedness conversation anyway. But at the end of the day, these things that you want, they're your memories, they're your irreplaceables. Everything else,
Right.
You can buy off of Amazon and have it in 2 days.
If it's material, I don't care about you taking it with you. It's the emotions that I cannot replace.
Right. Great, Mike. Love keeping up with you, and hope we have another hurricane-free season.